Part 4 of the inherited trauma series, and today we're going to be talking about the different kinds of inherited trauma. There are 4 different ways that you can inherit trauma, the first of which is a break in the attachment, which if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been priming you for this very discussion because of how much I've been talking about insecure attachments. The second way that you can inherit trauma is through the merging with a parent. You can also identify with a family member, or you can reject a parent. So a break in the attachment, if you don't already know by now, is when your bond, usually with your mother, it can also be with your father or another caretaker, just to be clear. But usually the mother, since she is the one who is carrying you for 9 months and then hopefully nurturing you as soon as you come into the world, at some point from the time that you are conceived up until 10 years old, a break in the bond occurs. It means that you are not securely attached, and there are several different reasons that this can happen. No matter how amazing of a mother she was to you, she can still create a break, namely because she is emotionally unavailable, which happens very often as a result of stress, trauma, pain, things completely out of her control. It doesn't mean that she's a bad mom. So if you're interested in learning more about the break in attachment, please go check out my self-regulation series as well as my healing attachment wound series, because there's a lot of potent info that can guide you to better understanding how a break in the attachment occurs. It's important to note that a break in the attachment is not technically inherited trauma. This is actually childhood trauma. The reason that it counts as inherited trauma is because usually when a mother experiences a break with her mother, she will very commonly pass down the break to her own child. So that's how we have the inherited trauma. Breaks very commonly will be passed down to generations. I have shared this in a previous video. Next, 80% of inherited trauma cases are actually a break in the attachment. It can be a break in the attachment with a merging, an identification, or a rejection, but the most common form of inherited trauma is actually a break in the attachment, which is why I spent so much time on it before diving into this series. In part 5, I will explain what to look for with respect to the break in the attachment.